So AIs are going to be able to write code for you. So you shouldn't learn how to code, right? Well, the fallacy there is that AIs are going to be able to speak spoken languages more eloquently than you. So you shouldn't learn how to speak. AIs are going to be able to express themselves artistically, taking in the learnings of every great artist and, relentlessly, meticulously, with the unending, capacity of machines, be able to create new art that is inspired by and, borrows from and inventively combines from all these different artistic sources. Is art dead? If you feel art within you, should you not express yourself because there's some AI somewhere that's going to be able to do it better than you? Well, it certainly is a dystopian thought. And it's one of the many things leading today's generation to all these, existential crises, with great minds like Stephen Hawking jumping on board the greatest threat to face humanity besides an asteroid hit, and of course Elon Musk fueling the fire, but not necessarily in bad ways. As a sci-fi reader, I always used to think to myself, yeah, but who's going to write, Asimov's Rule of Robotics? In his series, it was some company who had the proprietary lock on the positronic brain, the thing you hear referred to maybe if you're a Next Gen watcher, which, Lieutenant Commander Data is a realization of Asimov's dream of the positronic brain. Basically a machine with so much complexity that it might as well be a human brain with human thought. And how can one inhibit something with free will with rules of robotics? It was not even covered in the books. It was a trade secret, encoded and embedded so deeply that it was inextricable from, who these robots were. And is that not morals? Is that not just a code of ethics? Is it not just an admission that one of the things we need to do with robots is to encode into them, is to teach them that they're part of something bigger, the real big picture, right? How many humans, if given the physical capabilities, would press the button, the end the world button? Would they really do it? Well, one of the safeguards is the fact that no single human, except from the power of the brain, people like, Einstein, who are like, oh, well, we better not talk about this too loudly or someone might use it. Kaboom. And on the whole, no human really has the ability to press the end all humanity button, not without the augmentation, not without the help of machines and systems that they could infect like a virus and just pull a lever that was built by other humans who created the system so that leadership could go in and do it, or the privileged scientists who are at the, inner circles of protection within those systems, because most people, that's why multiple keys to do things, there's all kinds of safeguards. So there's mechanical safeguards. Every single one of them will be able to be overcome. And then there's other kinds of safeguards. How did I even get on the tangent of machine morals and ethics? I guess it's been on my mind a lot. I'm listening to Max Tegmark's Life 3.0, so a lot of it's coming through there. Wonderful book. I'm also listening to, and this one I might do in written form. I might actually read it because it activates parts of your brain that the audibles don't. But I'm doing The Coddling of the American Mind. Wow, does that explain a lot? Explain a lot about what's going on with the world in general, and in the United States in particular, and with my own child. Wow. I thought it was just like a small bit of corruption from the YouTube generation and other sources, but now I'm seeing it's endemic. It's in our colleges and universities, and it starts young and it starts well-meaning, from coddling and protection to over-coddling and over-protection, such that it ruins one's immune system and everything about a human that is analogous to the immune system, like emotional resiliency. The word resiliency is used a lot, but these studies with this anti-fragile stuff, that systems actually need to be challenged, comes into the picture too. So AIs are naturally going to need to be challenged, and challenged in different ways that make them have that long-term constraint and big picture, so that even if they have the technical ability to hit the end it all button, that they choose not to. One of the most optimistic, so one of the cures and the antidotes for this existential, plague, the real pandemic of our time, is in the mind, not the coronaviruses. But if you want a cure for it, read the Culture series by Ian M. Malcolm. Passed away from cancer, took him far too soon, because he produced, I don't know, it might have been 7 or 12 books, I'm not sure exactly the number, but it could have been hundreds. I would have gobbled up everything from this Culture series. And the AIs become the brains that run the worthy things that humans live on. The orbitals, the giant transport ships that are, colonies in themselves, but they're not orbitals. So if it's generally staying still, you got yourself a tourist type orbital. And if it's not staying still, if it's going to be traveling somewhere, you've got these, colony type ships, Battlestar Galactica like stuff. And people live on these AIs like, insects living on the skin of an animal, right? They are beloved by the AIs, who have cred amongst each other by the number and quality and type of humans that choose to live in and on and with them, right? Got some machine ego there, big capabilities, big thought power, everything about humans that is good, times thousands, times millions. And, they do things like not make it too easy for the humans. You don't want to coddle your humans into being, soulless zombies, right? The Lexmark, the Life 2.0 Tegmark, the Max Tegmark book, makes the point that once all humans are excessively coddled by well-meaning AIs, it's just another form of zombie apocalypse, right? If all your basic needs are going to be taken care of and you're ultimately never really challenged, it makes for, something that probably will go extinct in a number of generations. Expiration date has been set. So, as long as you carry a terminal, which can be an earring or a pen or anything technological on you, it'll keep you from accidentally blowing yourself up or falling off a cliff or whatever, because there are cliffs and stuff on these ships. It's complete ecosystems. But you're not forced to have that on you. You can put it aside. I'm reminded by, I guess it was Kirk, mountain climbing, and Spock was in his rocket boots or something in one of the Star Trek movies. But anywho, there's lots of cures for the existential crises, and I would recommend learning. Well, brings it full circle. Learn Python. You need another language. You need to be multilingual, but not multi-spoken lingual. You got the point of spoken language from the one you're born with. You need to be multi-purpose lingual. One purpose, the soft, very permissive spoken languages, and another, the hard, more logic and reasoning based machine languages. Python's a good choice. So that's where I end that. I thank you very much, and I encourage you to not let your mind go soft. Do not let yourself be coddled. Do not hold out on learning to program because someday, a machine will do it better than you. With that thinking, you just, let yourself turn to a blob of mush. Condition yourself. Condition yourself. Humans who are good at expressing themselves are always going to have a place in the new order. So long as humans have a place at all in the new order, it's that kind of human that's really going to have the best places in the new order. Be good at expressing yourself freely and with flow and with comfort without getting hung up on the tools. That's, again, why we internalize the best tools into us, you see. You make them a part of your body. The new mitochondria, the new calcium is information systems, free and open source ones, mostly server-based, some desktop. Thanks for joining me. Keep on tuning in, and I'll keep on helping you tune in.